I've been selling digital products since 2007, the dark ages, and here's what works now. If you're trying to create and sell digital products today, you might feel like you're getting mixed message. One person says create a course, another says create a membership, someone else says build an app, and there's another person saying AI is going to change everything. So after almost 2 decades of selling digital products, I've learned that trends come and go, but understanding what people actually want remains incredibly important. So like I've said, I've been selling digital products since 2007, and I can tell you so much has changed. Back in 2007, selling digital products looked nothing like it does today. There was no WooCommerce, there was no Gumroad, there was no Etsy, there were no AI tools helping you create content in minutes. There were no code app builders. There were no online platforms making it easy for anyone to launch a digital product over a weekend. In fact, some of my earliest digital products were delivered on CD-ROMs. Yep, you got that right. I would create the product, burn the files onto a CD, put it into a package, and physically mail it to the customer. That was considered a digital product business. Looking back, it sounds almost funny now. Today, people expect instant access, but at that time, that worked too. The interesting thing is that the technology wasn't what made those products successful. The products sold because they solved a specific problem. People wanted resources that would save them time. People wanted solutions. People wanted something useful. That hasn't changed. What has changed is how much competition exists. In 2007, there were far fewer people creating digital products. If you had expertise and created something helpful, there was a decent chance people could actually find it. There wasn't an endless stream of content competing for attention, and there weren't thousands of creators launching products every day. The barriers to entry were higher, but then over the years, everything became easier. Online marketplaces expanded, payment systems improved, website builders became easier, and digital delivery became automatic. Social media exploded, and suddenly almost anyone could create a digital product. That sounds like a good thing, right? And it was. But it also created a new challenge, competition. Then came 2020. In my opinion, COVID accelerated digital products faster than anything I've seen in my career. Teachers needed resources, parents needed resources, businesses moved online, people started side hustles, creators launched products, coaches launched products, consultants launched products. Everyone seemed to be creating something. For many people, it felt like a gold rush, including myself. Demand was high, people were buying, the market was growing rapidly. But every gold rush attracts more people looking for gold. And as the opportunity grew, so did the competition, which is a good thing. Suddenly, customers had endless choices. So if someone wanted a planner, there was thousands. If someone wanted a workbook, there were thousands. If someone wanted a course, there were thousands. And if someone wanted a PDF download, there was probably millions. And that's where another major shift happened. People became overwhelmed. Think about your own experience. How many PDFs have you downloaded and never opened? How many courses have you purchased and never finished? How many free resources are sitting in a folder somewhere on your computer? Most of us have information overload. We don't need more information. We need help knowing what to do next. And that's where another major shift happened. People became overwhelmed. Think about your own experience. How many PDFs have you downloaded and never opened? How many courses have you purchased and never finished? How many free resources are sitting in a folder somewhere on your computer? Most of us have information overload. We don't need more information. We need help knowing what to do next. And I think that's one of the biggest lessons creators often miss. Many creators are still building products as if information is the product. But information has become abundant. In many cases, information's free. AI can generate information. Search engines can find information. Videos can explain information. Look at me. Information alone is no longer the advantage it once was. The advantage is helping someone take action. The advantage is helping someone get a result. The advantage is reducing friction. And when I look at the products that perform well today, I notice a pattern. People want things that are easy to use. They want things that are practical. They definitely want things that save time. They want things that remove decision making. And most importantly, of course, they want things that feel immediately useful. Think about the products you personally love. Usually, they're not the products that require the most work. They're the products that make your life easier. That's why I believe ready-to-use products have become increasingly valuable. When someone downloads something today, they don't want a long setup process. They don't want to spend hours figuring it out. They don't want 10 complicated steps before they see value. They want to open it and use it immediately. The faster someone can experience success, the more valuable the product becomes. Makes sense, right? That's why I think hyper niche products are becoming so important. Years ago, broad products could do very well. Trust me, I did great with broad products. Today, broad products often struggle because they don't feel relevant enough. People want solutions designed specifically for them. Instead of creating perhaps a generic productivity guide, create a productivity solution for a specific audience. Instead of creating a generic planner, create a planner for a specific problem. Instead of creating a generic resource, solve one very specific challenge. Specificity helps people identify themselves in the product, and they immediately think, that's exactly what I need. But I think we're entering an even more interesting phase, and this is the part that excites me most. We're moving from hyper niche products to personalized products. This is where web-based tools become incredibly powerful. A PDF gives everyone the same information. An interactive tool can give everyone a different experience. Imagine two people using the same product. One person answers a few questions and receives recommendations based on their goals. Another person answers the same questions and receives completely different recommendations. The product adapts, the experience changes, and the outcome becomes personalized. Each user essentially gets their own niche solution. That's powerful because people are overwhelmed by choices. Every day we're making decisions. What should I create? What should I focus on? What should I sell? What should I improve? What should I do next? Decision fatigue is real. We know it as creators. The creators who help people make decisions are creating enormous value. That's why assessments work. That's why quizzes work. That's why recommendation engines work. That's why interactive tools work. They don't just provide information, they provide clarity, and they help people move forward and take action. And I believe clarity is becoming one of the most valuable things you can sell. If I were completely starting from scratch today, I wouldn't ask, what information can I package? I'd ask, what decision can I help someone make? What problem can I simplify? What process can I personalize? What outcome can I accelerate? We all love fast, because the future isn't about creating more content. The internet already has more content than anyone can consume in a lifetime. The future is helping people navigate that content, helping people take action, helping people move forward faster. So after selling digital products since 2007, that's the biggest shift I've seen. The winners aren't necessarily creating more information. They're creating better experiences, faster outcomes, and personalized solution. And that's exactly what I like to talk about on this channel at Action Lab HQ. So stick around, subscribe below, and I'm going to show you how to take PDFs, lead magnets, frameworks, blog posts, and existing content and transform them into digital products, interactive tools, and experiences that people can actually use. And if you want to do the same, feel free to reach out, because this is Action Lab HQ is where we can do it for you, and you don't have to learn how to do all these skills that I've been doing for 20 years. In today's market, helping someone get a result is far more valuable than simply giving them more information. If you want to learn more, check out our website, actionlabhq.com. See you next time, and don't forget to like and subscribe.